Dungeons and Dragons. All of a sudden, both the strong man and the sword swallower prepared to battle our heroes, while the ringleader escaped. Screech pulled out one of his magic holes and made the bird fall into it. He then ran and hid behind the door. Meanwhile, Bingus took his hat and lightly tapped the top of it once. Nothing happened. It was the most amazing performance the intellect devourer had ever seen and became Bingus's biggest fan. Meanwhile, Kiki decided to morph into Baby Mammoth. Meanwhile, Smith finally got his chance to return the knife he took from its owner. He then hammered the newly pasted nail into place. While all this was going on, the eating of the meat shields began. Meanwhile, Happy relocated to her sniper nest behind the Rhinos. Meanwhile, the strong man was able to pull himself up. But not before Screech doused him with a copious amount of ketchup. Because there weren't enough holes in the train already, Bingus cast her up Earth again and completely vaporized the dragon. However, because Screech drew a cursed card from the deck, the Gricks all began to swamp him. Meanwhile, Happy went to consult Uncle Jerry for advice. There was no response. Meanwhile, between the Eldritch Blast, the poking of the stick, and a goddamn mammoth, the Gricks all lost their balance and fell into the hole. Bingus then used his magic hands to chokehold the last Grick while Kiki mammothed it to death. All that was left was the marinated Kenku. The slot quickly gobbled up and went to sleep satisfied from all its meals. Screech began his Rhino roundup and reused his dog leashes. Meanwhile, our heroes pushed the sleeping slot into the hole and out of sight. Meanwhile, Happy discovered that Uncle Jerry wasn't real and was instead filled with infinite gold. After that, our heroes stepped into the next train car where they witnessed the aftermath of a prank. Without hesitation, our heroes apprehended and interrogated the ringleader. She said that the cat was killed because cages began opening by themselves and the slug took a bite out of him. She decided to hide it because the mafia wouldn't care that it was an accident and that they'd have her killed anyway. Our heroes then went into the clothes room and found the body of the animal keeper. He was missing his heart and was trying to hide a chest full of stolen items, including the ones our heroes had taken off the mine. Our heroes decided to return to the diner. With the captain, they decided the best course of action was to round up everyone on the train in one place, then search it top to bottom. Meanwhile, Happy asked the photographer if the photos she had were ready yet. She gave her all the photos. Our heroes noticed something strange in one of them. They saw what looked like the mother helping the executioner sneak onto the train. They decided to question the mother about this, and she explained that Eddie the executioner was her husband and was helping him escape. She also told them that the clown had been leaving the diner occasionally. Our heroes were very suspicious. And then began our heroes' rodent adventure. Happy through Flappy and Kiki as a rat traveled underneath the train. They didn't really find anything out of the ordinary except for a bloodstain underneath the pool car. Meanwhile, Screech and his attack rhinos manned their way through the inside of the train where he met up with the Muffin Man. Here, the Muffin Man was informed that the circus was responsible for the cat's disappearance and death. They then found the body of the red cat in the room with the cult idol keeled over the hole Bingus made and missing his heart. They went through the entire train and found nothing suspicious inside. Screech went to the top of the train and searched the skies and didn't see anything suspicious. Meanwhile, Happy performed her talking with the dead ritual again and asked the bodyguard some questions. He explained that, just like Mrs. Anderson, he saw himself before he died and that he felt a sharp pain in his chest. He also was there because the Muffin Man told him to investigate the metal clanking noises that were coming from the room. After that, everyone went back to the dining car. No one was going to leave until the culprit was found and stopped. The first order of business was to figure out who planted the bomb. Our heroes decided to bluff the culprit into revealing themselves by using the chest they found and telling everyone it was a bomb. Everyone in the room looked surprised except for the ringleader, the owner of the chest, the wizard, who was there when our heroes got rid of the bomb, and the inventor. Our heroes intimidated him to admit he did it. He explained that he wanted to destroy the train because the first coal-free train was going to be his greatest achievement, but Flappy Get Over Here had beat him to it. Our heroes took away his gun and gave it to Anton. The discussion continued and the matter of the cage's opening came up. Eddie explained that he needed a distraction, so flipped some switches at the front of the train until the chicken cage opened up. He used the chickens so he could get to the back of the train unnoticed. However, he had also opened up the slot and imp cages in the circus car in the process. At some point during the discussion, the cult was mentioned. Upon hearing that the cult was involved, the ringleader revealed that the circus was actually a cover for the Thieves Guild, and that the guild had been gathering leverage over powerful organizations in the city. This included the mafia, who she said had been making business dealings with the cult. Our heroes then questioned the Muffin Man about this. He said that the cult was disposing of the mafia's unwanted dead bodies for them. He didn't know what they wanted them for, but he did hear rumors about them wanting the bodies for their hearts. Upon hearing this, our heroes decided to burn the cult idol just to be safe. Our heroes then decided to ask the other member of the Circus/Thieves Guild about what the cult was doing. This included the mime. He revealed that he's actually a member of one of the two branches of the cult undercover as a member of the Thieves Guild. He says that he is from the branch that is fighting against the other branch, which is stealing hearts. He says the other branch only does things for profit and not for the benefit of their god. It was at this moment when all of a sudden, Screech grabbed the mime and pushed him out of the room and ordered his attack Rhinos to attack.